All right, you guys. So Walmart is now testing something new. Does it surprise me? No. But one thing that does surprise me is the amount of products you go to get at Walmart that are locked behind, you know, basically plexiglass doors. It's insane, especially out here in California. You go to buy your toothpaste, toothbrushes, any kind of like makeup, spray paint. I'm trying to think what else. Like everything's behind like doors that are locked. So let's talk about this. What's funny is Gamerant actually has the link to the Bloomberg article talking about this. And I was going to do that one. But Bloomberg's like, nah, homie. If you want to read our articles, you got to pay $10 a month for access. It's ridiculous how a lot of these websites are like this, where you just can't read articles. But basically, at this point, with the amount of items that are locked behind closed doors, I don't know why they just don't set it up as vending machines now, where I could purchase it and then move on. Walmart is testing a new way for customers to access locked up products using their phones. This technology will make it easier to purchase items like video games, laundry soap, and toothbrushes. Like I said, everything here in California is locked up. Concerns exist. Concerns exist about potential downside if the unlocked doors are left unattended. I mean, if you leave them unattended, it's like you're shopping in 2009. 15 years ago, this was like, okay, video games were behind closed doors, but movies are not, and like most of the story isn't. Like I think like firearms were actually locked up as well. Anyways, Walmart is trying a new way to give potential customers access to locked up products while still effectively hindering theft. In recent years, many consumers have noticed a growing and somewhat frustrating trend. The products they want to purchase in the store, like Walmart or Target, are trapped behind glass doors, locked up tight. To get their hands on the coveted deodorant, baby formula, or mascara, would be buyers must hit a buzzer and wait for an ambling employee to help. Which usually I get to the point where I'm like, screw this. Because the wait time's ridiculous and I can usually get it cheaper on Amazon. You can even buy it in bulk on Amazon. But what's even funnier is Costco doesn't do anything like this unless you're buying like a video game or a high-end product where you grab the card, you bring it to the register, and then they'll ring it up and you get it from their little caged in area. Or worse yet, getting into the product prisons often require wandering aimlessly for several minutes in the hopes of bumping into a staff member with a key. And I am feeling better, by the way. The problem is like finding the right individuals that have the key. That's the problem you run into. I don't know how many times I've gone into Walmart to purchase a game. Yes, you know what? I love physical media. Like, look, case an example. I got Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy for my PlayStation 5 sitting right next to me. I have a whole bunch of Nintendo Switch games sitting next to me as well. Um, all seriousness, I usually go to GameStop because it's quick, easy. You grab the case, you go to the front, check out. Though the sale of physical copies of video games have decreased drastically in recent years, the shoplifting safeguard applies to them as well. In fact, video games were some of the first products to get the look but don't touch treatment, so much so that it's more surprising to find games sitting easily accessible on a shelf. Now, I have noticed in recent years, of course, we've talked about it on this channel before, and that is the fact that physical media is disappearing. Whether it's video games, movies, fill in the blank, even music. You can't really buy physical copies of said items. Um, I did know that a lot of these video games and stuff that are sitting on the shelves are usually the ones that are like $20 or less, much like you do with like DVDs and Blu-rays. They'll still put them in like the lock case where you got to take it to the front. They put the little magnet on the top and then they try to unlock it, which I think is more of a hindrance than the shelf because some places that do have self checkout, you ring it up and then you're waiting. My little lights blinking red up there, and Bertha, the lady that's in charge of, the little self checkout area, is too busy talking to the other cashiers, and you're like, help, you know. And while this practice is somewhat understandable, it could be also exasperating to customers and negatively impact sales. Oh, absolutely, it does. According to Bloomberg, this is where the article is like, look, so we'll come here and you gotta subscribe. Okay, so it's $1.99 a month, but still, that's some bullshit. According to Bloomberg, Walmart is testing a new method to ease the frustration of finding physical copies of video games, laundry soap, and even toothbrushes locked up. Though the details are slim, this new technology will apparently allow people to bypass the lock using their cell phones. So, like I said, I don't know why they're not going to more of a vending machine style where you purchase it and it just drops it out, because right here it says this system has already been rolled out in a few hundred stores but is currently limited and being tested by employees. Most people have seen video games, social media thieves entering stores, grabbing handfuls and bagsfuls of items and nonchalantly walking back out unhindered by employees or security guards. And the reason why is because companies don't want people to pursue individuals that are stealing stuff because of insurance reasons. So if, Billie Jean over here pursues somebody outside and they get stabbed, or the loss prevention guy sees something and pursues them in the store and gets stabbed, it's just no bueno. It's not good. And it's something that a lot of businesses don't want the insurance claims on. I remember when I used to work in the grocery store, a buddy of mine witnessed a lady getting her purse stolen. And this man, he used to run track and field, tracked the dude down. Like, he sprinted. He caught up with the dude in less than, 200 feet, tackled the guy, got the purse back, and then was promptly fired. Why? Because it's against company policy. If anything's stolen or if anybody is doing any kind of thievery, you document it and you call the police, the proper authorities, because they don't want the insurance policy to be impacted if somebody did get hurt. And on top of that, like, the liability they could potentially get from the individual that gets tackled, that was the thief, could sue the company as well. While this new Walmart tech might ease some of the annoyance of regular customers, it might have downsides as well. People in grocery stores regularly leave freezer doors hanging open to the point that many outlets have installed self-closing doors. Well, I worked in a grocery store for many a years, and all of our freezer section and cold food section had self-closing doors. Once unlocked, these anti-theft doors may just be left open and unattended, negating their usefulness. There's also not much stopping a thief from accessing the desired item via their phone and then helping themselves to more than they paid for. I mean, that's to be expected. This goes back to the self-checkouts that Walmart and Target have, and especially the Target that's near me. Their self-checkout, I think the store opens at like 7. Their self-checkout doesn't open until 10. Why? Because of peak hours. And it's, credit only, blah, 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 blah. But the thing of it is it makes it easier for people to do wrong things. And that's why a lot of stores, Walmart, Target, fill in the blank, are going away from self-checkout. I mean, what do you expect? I didn't get training. That's all I got to say. In terms of video game sales, Walmart's new method, if adopted by other stores, may be arriving a little too late. Many brick and mortar stores have phased out physical games altogether, leaving Walmart, Target, and sites like Amazon among the few remaining places to buy physical copies of new releases. And on top of that, you got GameStop. Let's go full screen. Do I think this is a good idea? No. Because I feel like all seriousness, it's frivolous to lock stuff up. There's just so much stuff that's locked up that shouldn't be locked up. But I understand the shrink is too high for fill in the blank area. Like, genuinely, is it going to drive sales down that much? Potentially. But it will make it easier for individuals to get their hands on the products if they purchase it on their phone and then go from there. Anyways, you guys, that's Walmart's future, is purchasing it on your phone and then picking it up. Y'all, excuse me. Y'all have a great, wonderful day, and I'll catch you later. Bye.